Hi, how are you? This is a phrase that I use a lot in English when I meet friends. In English, there are lots of phrases which are commonly used every day. But as you could probably guess, not all of them translate directly into Japanese. In some cases, there are phrases that do exist, but we don't really use them on a daily basis. So today, I'd like to introduce 5 common English phrases that Japanese people don't use daily. The first phrase is "How are you?" as mentioned previously. As you know, this is a very common phrase in English and some other languages too. Every time you see a friend, you would say, "How are you? How's it going?" and so on. As you may already know, "How are you?" is "Genki desu ka?" or "Genki" in Japanese. But we don't really say it on a daily basis. We say "Genki desu ka?" only when we haven't seen the person in a while. So this phrase is not used for the people we meet every day, like classmates and workers. Also, when you start a chat with someone online, even though it's pretty common to say "How are you?" in English, in Japanese, we don't say this phrase. For example, I've been using a language exchange app called HelloTalk, and I receive many messages from people who start with "Genki desu ka?" Instead, it's much more common to start a conversation saying "Yoroshiku onegai shimasu" or "Yoroshiku," which means "nice to meet you." The second phrase is "How was your day?" In Japanese, it's like 今日はどんな一日でしたか? or 今日はどんな一日だった? But I don't really hear people say this phrase, and I've also never asked this question. That's why every time I get this question in English, I don't really know how to answer properly. That's why I always say same as always or same as usual, especially in the current situation where I stay at home all the time. Instead, in Japan, we would ask in a way like 今日は何をしてましたか? or 今日は何してた? which means what did you do today? We also don't really say how's your day going? Instead, we only say it in a way like what are you doing now? 今何してますか? or 今何してるの? The next phrase is have a nice day. You might know in Japanese we say 良い一日を. But this phrase is also not commonly used. We just say see you or goodbye, such as またね, じゃあね, or お疲れ, like the phrases that I introduced in the previous video about how to say see you in Japanese. Likewise, we also don't really say have a good weekend, which is 良い週末を in Japanese. But for nighttime farewell, just like in English, we say have a good night. In Japanese, we say おやすみなさい or おやすみ. The next phrase is I love you towards friends and family. In Japan, I love you is a special word only used for their partner, which is 愛してる. Maybe if you have ever watched a Japanese movie or TV series, you might have noticed that people don't say 愛してる to their family or friends, unlike English movies or TV series. 愛してる has a special meaning and used to express your deep affection towards your partner. Having said that, I don't think we often say 愛してる even to our partners, unless it's a special occasion or moment. Instead, 大好きだよ is more commonly used, especially between couples still dating. The last phrase is bless you. This is a common phrase you would use when someone sneezes, but in Japan, nobody says that. In Japanese, God bless you can be translated into 神のご加護, but I've never used it or had someone use it even in other situations too. This is also related to the fact that there are almost no Christians in Japan. There's not even an alternative way to say that, so we don't really acknowledge it. But if the person sneezes a lot and he or she seems to have a cold, of course we would ask something like, "Are you okay?" 大丈夫ですか or take care お大事に Okay, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you found it interesting, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.